So my first mic, this is actually a headset. I've had this since the dawn of time. I've had this since I started Let's Playing on YouTube. It's like my Dazzle. I purchased it and I just loved it, and I haven't replaced it. It's breaking though, so I really should. This is actually just a standard Logitech USB headset. I bought this from Staples Business Depot for, I want to say $39, like $39.99. On the Logitech website, which I'll put a link to the actual product in the description, it's $59.99, which I think is a complete rip. It's a good microphone, but it's not that great. I really wouldn't pay $60 for this. I consider this kind of a lower end product, but it's really great. I use this for everything. I use this for Skype calls. I use this for recording, obviously, and it's got great sound. It's got a really decent mic on it, actually. The only thing that this is not good for is streaming. This is terrible for streaming. When I stream, you can make out all of my S's. They make this terrible sound, like staticky, because this mic doesn't have like a fancy little filter on it, which kind of is the low end part of the product. And as you can see, it's breaking. This part here is destroyed, but it still works, and I refuse to replace it until it breaks. So I think Yeti and I actually have the same headset. I do believe he has this one as well. Batman9502, I know, used this headset or something that's really similar to it for a long time. Don't know if he still does, but overall I'm usually pretty pleased with Logitech products. And I've had this for 2 years, and it's only recently started to break, and that's just because, you know, I adjust it so much because I have like the world's smallest head, and this thing fits really funny on me. But yeah, the only thing to remember about this is that it only goes up and down. You can't remove it, you know, outwards or inwards. So you gotta be really careful this doesn't go close to your mouth when you're recording, or you're gonna come out with really, really terrible audio levels and things like that. But I am so confident when I use this. I actually have a newer one that I don't use because I'm like afraid to switch over just because I love this so much. I will probably end up replacing this at some point, and I'll probably get the same one, honestly, because I love it so much. This is USB as well. It has, again, a world of cord. It's a hugely massive cord. I can actually go from my computer to my door and shut my door if I'm going to record, and yeah, so kind of a beastly looking USB port. But yeah, I'll put the actual Logitech website information on it. I think the model is H350, I want to say, but if I'm wrong, again, it'll be in the description. So mics are kind of a gray area for me. I didn't do much research when I bought it. I kind of just walked into the store and was like, oh hey, this looks good. And luckily for me, I picked a mic that just, for me, personally works. If you think $30 for a mic is too steep, then you can go on eBay or Amazon and find super cheap, like pocket mics, even for like $5 or $6. But for 30, like 30, 40 bucks what I paid for this, I'm definitely really happy with it. So this is, yeah, another great product that I have had since day one. And my second microphone that I actually only recently purchased, I've only had this for about 2 or 3 months. When my roommates moved in, they had decided that, oh yeah, hey, we should record together. And unfortunately, my mic is not good for group recordings. It's only really specific to my mouth where it is. It's really kind of close range. So I decided to look up tabletop mics. So this is a really serious mic. It's quite big, and it is kind of a professional type product. So I'm just unraveling the massive cord here. So this is my Yeti microphone. This is a tabletop one. Again, it's USB. So rather than sitting on my head, it is just a microphone. It's not a headset, although they do have a little jack on the bottom where you can plug in a pair of headphones. So it's got the USB on the bottom, it's got a headphone jack, so it can kind of double as a headset if you need to do that, or you don't have the money to buy a separate headset, you know, or what have you. But this is kind of a really, I guess, skookum product, like super fancy, but a lot of professional Let's Players use it, like the Creatures, for example. Like I know SSOHPKC uses this, and a lot of other people that are like, you know, bigger and actually do this for a living because they need really good equipment. So this is kind of considered a studio product. I really don't use it much. I consider this a luxury. I bought this again from Staples for I think I bought it for about 160 bucks. Probably came to about 170, 180 with taxes. There's also the Yeti Pro. So I have just the standard Yeti, but there's also a Yeti Pro for $100 more, and the only difference is that this records in 16-bit and the Yeti Pro records in 24-bit. So these are a line of microphones made by Blue. As you can see, the little logo. I'm gonna put a link to bluemic.com in the description, because they make a lot of super amazing quality tabletop and recording mics, not just for Let's Playing, but for other things like talking back and forth, recording music and things like that. And the great thing about this is that it also has different settings depending on what you're doing. So it's got settings, some of it records from the sides of the mic, some of it records from the front and the back, some of it records from the top, and it's super high tech. So obviously very expensive, but so far I've been really pleased with it. I've been doing Amnesia with this, and you're able to hear me, you're able to hear my roommate very effectively, and it has incredible range. Like, you can hear the ambulance going by on the street and fire trucks and traffic and stuff like that. So I don't know much about this product because, like I said, I've only had it a couple months, and I'm really scared to use it. I'm so confident with my other mic that I really don't tend to use it that often. But I really should, because like I said, my other mic is really starting to just kind of bite the dust here, and I'm just looking for the USB cable. Again, this is a really long USB cable, which is great. So again, I really like products with long USB cables. Such a great feature in my book. So I have to have a lot of USB ports to have these all plugged in also, so keep that in mind. I also have the box for it. It's so new that I actually have kept the box, so I'm not going to really go over anything on the box here, but it's got like features on the back and comes with some really neat packaging and things like that. But yeah, the website for these products are amazing. They have absolutely everything you want to know about this mic on the face of the planet Earth ever. So I'm just going to leave a link to the website and just let the website do all of the explaining if you guys want to know anything about that. So that is my equipment, my basic equipment, what I use, what is fundamental to Let's Playing. You know, if you're just looking to Let's Play but not do really high definition type stuff, if you have a laptop like I'm using right now, if you have a good laptop mic, you can even just use your laptop mic, save up money, and then buy, you know, a mic down the road. It's completely up to you. So I also have some other products that I've purchased over time to make my Let's Playing a little bit easier and to optimize some products. So a couple of things I'll show you here. I've bought some splitters. These splitters are called one male, two female. Obviously you can see there, you see why that is. These are great to put in your computer if you're doing dual commentary. So I use a splitter. I put in two microphone jacks or headset jacks, whatever, into the top here, into the female part, plug the male part into the microphone part of the computer, and then when I use my Yeti, I'm able to actually hear the game audio, and my roommate's also able to hear the game audio, which is great. So it kind of makes it easier to use a mic or a pair of headphones or whatever. So it's great for that. But what I purchased them for, by the way, these are super cheap. I bought these at Radio Shack. These are about $2 each. I have 3 of them. And the reason that I have 3 of them is actually for my Dazzle. When I purchased my Dazzle, I decided that it was really hard to record using the computer, you know, because like I said, when you plug the Dazzle in, it doesn't go to your TV, it goes to your computer, but it's laggy and it's slow and it's really hard to do if you don't have a good processor. So what I did was I purchased splitters. You put one in each of the cables, and then what you can do is double up your cables. So I bought a couple of these, $2-3 each, and then I actually had to go out and buy another cable, kind of similar to the ones that I got with the Hapog. However, the Dazzle didn't come with these. I got these at Radio Shack too for about $20, which is really steep. I had a really hard time finding these. These should only cost you $5 or $6, but anyways, I bought an additional standard def set of cables, again with the 2 ends, and then what you can do is you can put them in like this, put one end into your TV and then have your console going into here. So I set it up very similar to how the Hauppauge is set up, but just so that I'm able to get the picture on my TV as well as on my computer. So I recommend doing this if you're getting a Dazzle. It makes life so much easier to do, and the supplies for it really aren't expensive. Plus, it's, like I said, splitters come in handy elsewhere. They're super cheap, and these cables can also come in handy elsewhere too, and they're really not hard to store. I just keep all my electronics sorted in little boxes and things like that. So that's that. And the other thing I recommend having if you're going to be doing, this is mostly just for like computer gaming and things like that, but I always recommend, I'm a bit of a snob, I don't like using keyboard because I have super small little girly hands, and I also have like razor sharp nails, so it's really hard for me to use a keyboard and effectively move and things like that, and my coordination gets all screwed up. So I recommend having a wired like gamepad of sorts. I used to have a Logitech one that I purchased for about 30 bucks from Future Shop. Was extremely disappointed in it. It broke in like 3 or 4 months and was a huge waste of money. So I just went ahead and I bought an Xbox wired controller. Unfortunately, these are not cheap. I purchased mine for about 50 bucks from Walmart. But the great thing about this is that I use it to record things like Golden Sun. So I just go ahead and plug it in for emulated games. I also use it for some Steam games and things like that. And then I can also use it on my Xbox, and then I don't have to spend money replacing all my wireless controllers with batteries and things like that. So yeah, I love gamepads. They're so useful, and wired controllers, because I have a hell of a time with keyboard control, and a lot of Steam games and things like that are universal, so you can use keyboard and you can use your gamepad, which is really great. So that is about all that I have in terms of products. I haven't purchased anything else. I've kind of thrown away, with the exception of my gamepad, which I just tossed out because I don't have the receipt to return it. But yeah, if you guys have any questions about any of these products, like I said, I'll leave all of the links in the description for the websites and things for them. And you can also do a Google search on where to find them. A lot of these stuff are available not from the actual website, but they're also available on Amazon, eBay, you know, all of those types of things. And if you have any questions, anything I might have missed, or anything like that, feel free to leave a comment. I have no problem answering your questions as long as they're, you know, legitimate. And if you guys want to see more videos, software, or more in-depth review of these products or anything like that, let me know, and I'll be more than happy to do some more of these videos in the future. So thanks for watching, everybody, and thank you all for the 3,000 subs that I've now reached, and my 2 years of gaming. I love doing this. It's a great hobby that I have, and hopefully you guys will keep watching. So I'll see you guys later, and thanks for watching.